This is going to be a video on the use case of upgrading Windows. Our use case will be upgrading Windows 10 version 22H2 to Windows 11 23H2. This is the support documentation that Tanium provides. It's pretty straightforward, even though it doesn't really include the process for upgrading from Windows 10 to 11. They primarily focus on 7 to 10, but for real-world applications, especially in enterprises, we need to go from 10 to 11. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the precache method, as we want it to utilize the linear chain as opposed to the direct cache method, where it would directly reach out to Microsoft to pull down the necessary files. The first step is going to be running the compatibility scan. And in order to do that, we need to look at the packages that we can pull down from the predefined package gallery. This is where you want to go initially. And you want to do a search for in-place upgrade to Windows 11 version 22H2 in our use case, but you can also do 21H2. So once again, precache is what we're going to use. Direct cache is going to reach out to Microsoft. Phase 2 is going to be nothing more than a rescan of the compatibility, and the actual upgrade takes place in Phase 3. So I've already imported these packages, and this is the software packages that we're going to be using. So we're going to be deploying Phase 1 and Phase 3 at the same time, so concurrently. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and click the precache. Well, actually, the very first thing that we want to do is we want to run a compatibility scan. So let's just do that real quick. And we're just going to run the simple get Windows 11 compatibility. Get Windows 11 compatibility from all machines. And expected results are going to be 2. Compatible 2. If we want to verify that, we can drill down. We can get the computer name, and we're looking for testbox upgrade 1, testbox upgrade 2, which are there. All right. So during the initial creation of the package, Tanium gives you the package, but you need to do some modifications to it to make sure that it's working as expected. This is the original package that is provided. If we edit it, we can see the package files, and we see the 7-zip, and that is a URL. This will not work. You have to take this URL, put it in your browser, download the MSI, delete this, re-upload the MSI, and then you need to also upload your Windows 11 ISO. So if we look at the precache, we can see the operations that's going to occur. And if we look at it, the one that we've already edited, we can see that the MSI is a user upload. And here's the ISO. And we're going to be going 23H2. It doesn't matter. They're both going to use the same setup, and they're still going to be able to engage the clients as they normally would. So let's go ahead and deploy Phase 1. We're going to leave everything alone, and I've already done my computer groups, and I've added these specific machines. There's a couple ways that you could do it. You could actually do a computer group that does it dynamically via the question, and that would be Windows 11 compatible machines. You're just asking the question to check for compatibility, and then you're making sure that it matches as compatible. So we can go ahead and do that. So we're just going to save that. So this is the computer group, and this is a dynamic group. We're going to have this as an ongoing deployment. We're going to use a template, and we're going to call this Phase 1. And it's going to download all the software packages, and then it's going to pre-notify the user. Windows 11 Phase 1 upgrade begins. While this is occurring, please do not restart until you're prompted. And then the post will be, it's 11. Please save your work, reboot, wait until phase 3. So we're going to show preview. And we should see 2 machines pop up here. There's 2. We're going to deploy the software. And we're going to hit yes. So now we're running phase 1. Let's go ahead and start the clock. Drop this back down. And then we're going to start seeing movement on these 2 machines. Once again, these are Windows 10, 22H2, and they are running CrowdStrike as the AV. So now while phase 1 is running, we can go ahead and start the phase 3 modifications. Phase 1. This is phase 3. So in phase 3, if we look at the use case, since these are running Bitlocker, we need to add a switch to the phase 3 command. So let's just do a quick Control F, and then we'll do Bitlocker. We'll drop it down. And the only thing that we would need to do is we would need to add this switch to the end of the command line, right? So this is phase 3. So if we edit the package, what you need to do is you need to add the Bitlocker switch to the end of this command. This command is going to look different from what's here. Disregard this. The only thing that you care about is just adding the switch. And we just added the switch right after the end of the existing command line. So the only thing that we're doing is we're just keeping Bitlocker open. That way so we don't have to worry about it being decrypted or losing keys or any kind of Bitlocker issues. We will not run into that. So we want to deploy this package. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select the same computer group that we did previously, Windows 11 compatible machines. And the installation template that we're going to use is phase 3. We're going to have it ongoing. We're going to download immediately. And then I changed the message for this one a little bit, just letting the users know, be like, hey, this is what's happening. Do not reboot your computer. What Windows 11 does, blah, 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 blah. Have this disabled. We're going to need to restart it. And then we're going to have a post modification. Same thing. Save your work, close all your applications, reboot your computer, hit the restart button. And all these are on 10-minute delays. So we're going to show the preview. And then this is going to populate. This is going to be 2. There we go. We deploy it. Hit yes. So now we have 2 different deployments going on. We've got the precache phase 1, and then we have the actual upgrade that is running in phase 3. And we're not really going to worry about phase 2 because I'm pretty sure it's going to pass phase 1 because I know these machines have run Windows 11 before. So I'm just going to pause right there, and then we're going to wait and see what happens till the first pop-up, and then I'll pop back on. And as everything starts to pop off, we're going to start seeing CPU usage change, and we're going to see the Tanium, and then later on we're going to see the setup start taking up the majority of the CPU cycles. And we're already in the downloading phase. We're 3 minutes in. And this is a really big file, so it's like 6 gigs. So we'll see how long it takes. All right, we're a little bit over an hour in, and we've got the first run. So phase 1 upgrade begins. We're going to hit it. This one should pop here pretty quick. All right, a couple minutes later, we've got the second machine ready to go, running. All right, we're about 5 minutes later. Phase 1 is complete. On test box 2, we're going to go ahead and bump it. And now we're going to start the upgrade process. We're a little bit over 1 hour 16 in. Run it. This one should pop momentarily. Now we're ready to run on the second. So we've got our first restart, and then we should see Windows 11. And we're going to bump it. And now we've got a completed upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And that's it. This one's running a little bit slower, but it'll catch up eventually.